Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again. I apologize for the slight technical errors. So let me start with the technical clarifications first, and then we will officially start the event. So dear all, before I officially start the event, I'd like to refer that you can choose to watch this event on Zoom, YouTube, and Facebook. Zoom is in 3 languages, English, French, and Arabic. Please check the interpretation options on your Zoom panel for more information. Mr. Stefan Aro, the German ambassador to the AU. Ms. Ayoyo Adosi, principal ICT 4D expert at the Africa Development Bank Group, the rector of Pan African University, Professor Kasabelai, and rectors of the host university of Pan African University Institute. And of course, Your Excellency, Commissioner Professor Sarah Agbor, the African Union's Commissioner for Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation. Dear ladies and gentlemen, students and alumni of the Pan African University, and all of our audience around the world and here in Africa. Thank you so much for being here with us, both in person and in a virtual medium. My name is Milena. I will be your host for today. The Pan African University was conceptualized back in 2008, as part of the implementation of the Plan of Action for the second decade of education for Africa, to support and revitalize a revitalization of higher education in Africa, and to contribute to the achievement of the vision of the African Union. It is a project that is designed to exemplify excellence, enhance the attractiveness, local relevance, and global competitiveness of African higher education and research, and to establish the Pan African University at the core of Africa's development. The Pan African University PAU is steadily committed to offer high-end courses and trainings and support its students and activities. The Pan African University Challenge, is a competition organized by the Pan African University to promote and develop innovative business ideas. So today, we are all here to watch the 8 finalists pitch their business ideas and to compete in front of a distinguished panel of professional experts, jury members, partners, and our audience, you guys. We will witness some of the brightest minds on the continent today, showcasing their brilliant ideas. The Pan African Innovation Challenge is aimed to raise the awareness of the PAU students or Pan African University students and alumni on innovation and to promote the entrepreneurship market and the mindset. This is done by promoting and developing innovative business ideas. So this started with 69 teams with 241 team members from all over Africa, submitted their applications, and then were coached and trained by experts online of the German Consultancy company Conoscope in collaboration with GIZ and the Pan African University. Today, 8 finalists remain, and they will be pitching their ideas in front of a distinguished panel of professional members, partners, and our audience. And like I said earlier, you can join us. You'll be able to vote for your favorite team, and they will be receiving their prizes. So let me start a little bit by telling you guys some of the prizes for today. So the first place will receive 5,000 USD. The second place will be receiving 3,000 USD. And then our audience selection will be receiving 1,000 USD. So with this, all of this comes with a 3-month incubation and adequate centers offered to all of these 3 winners. So just make sure that you guys are voting for your favorite team today so they get the chance to win the audience prize. So first of all, I wish you all luck to the contestants. And before I hand over to the next speaker, I would also say a special thank you to the African Development Bank and the German government. Today, our keynote speech is from Her Excellency, Professor Sarah Anyang Agbor, the African Union's Commissioner for Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation. Her Excellency plays a key role in promoting research and development, inter-Africa cooperations on education and trainings, encouraging youth empowerment and participation in the integration of the continent. So let's start with her few words, and then we will introduce our jury and team members.
Your Excellency, the German Ambassador, Your Excellencies, members of government of the host countries, directors of the host universities of the Pan African University Institutes, the acting vice rector of the Pan African University, the director, Human Capital, Youth and Skills Department at African Development Bank, the directors of the Pan African University Institutes, members of the academia in your different ranks and files, the esteemed innovators, invited guests, media, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pan African University Innovation Challenge, the very first of its kind. On behalf of the African Union and the African Union Commission Chairperson, His Excellency Dr. Musa Faki Mahamat, let me begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to all the people who work tirelessly in the organization of this event, the Pan African University Innovation Challenge, and to congratulate every participant, especially our 8 finalist teams, among which the winners will be announced at the end of this event. And to all Pan African University students, alumni, and staff who share the belief of a better Africa and are committed to the African Union Agenda 2063, the Africa we want, that vision of an integrated, prosperous, and peaceful Africa driven by its own competent and skilled citizens. I also want to warmly thank our partners, AFDB and GIZ, not only for sponsoring this competition, but also for their continuous support to the development of the Pan African University. I am very happy and proud to be here today for the first Pan African University Innovation event co-organized by the Pan African University Rectorate, the Pan African University for Water, Energy, and Climate Change, with support from GIZ and the African Development Bank. My gratitude goes also to the German Ministry, BMZ, and the Algerian Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research for walking the talk with us. The Pan African University Innovation Challenge is an initiative that I hold dear because this challenge is representative of what the Pan African University is trying to achieve, the dream of our founders. The driving idea of this competition is to raise the awareness of Pan African University students and alumni on innovation and to promote an entrepreneurship mindset across not only the Pan African University, but also across Africa. The strategic focus of the PAU is geared towards the pursuit of excellence in order to attain world-class standards, placing PAU in a powerful position to directly contribute to the transformation of the continent as it is envisaged by the Agenda 2063 and articulated within strategies such as the Continental Education Strategy for Africa, CESA 2016-2025, the Science, Technology, Innovation Strategy for Africa, CISTA 2024, the Continental Technical Vocational Entrepreneurial Training Strategy, that is the Continental TVET, and the Pan African University Strategic Plan 2020-2024. PAU established the Pan African Entrepreneurship Hubs, a platform for advancing skills development and entrepreneurship across the continent through organization of multi-stakeholder events in collaboration with different partners. The Pan African University graduates representing all member states of the African Union and equipped with sound knowledge of Africa's current and future challenges as well as solutions to overcome them shall act as prime advocates of African integration and development. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this competition embodies one of the most important missions of Pan African University. One, identifying the most pressing needs and issues of the African continent. Two, strengthening the dialogue and cooperation with policymakers. And four, private sector and civil society to provide innovative, viable solutions. This is essential for us because it deals with real-life issues of African communities, providing African solutions to Africa. I'm extremely pleased to see that among the 69 projects submitted by competing teams from the 4 Pan-African University institutes, many team leaders were female alumni or students. These projects covered many applied fields like agriculture, manufacturing, renewable energy, trade and retail, platform and apps, and other services. The whole process of this challenge respected the pillars of the African Union in terms of transparency, absence of conflicts of interest, regional and gender distribution to ensure a fair competition among the participants. We celebrate our 8 finalist teams, young, modern innovators, competing in this prestigious challenge as Africans and Pan-African University champions. I would also remind our participants and audience that the AFCTA is now a reality that fosters inter-African trade, enlarging the arena in which today's African innovators and startups are competing to provide a better future for Africa. The quality and diversity of the innovative projects of the Pan-African University community in this first ever Pan-African University Innovation Challenge anchor the Pan-African University's position as a hub for innovators and young African entrepreneurs alike to develop and scale their startups to global markets. This innovation challenge has been carried out under travel and lockdown restrictions due to the exceptional and serious world health crisis caused by COVID-19. Africa and the world need innovative and relevant ideas, especially in a world that exposes its vulnerability and increasing need for resilience. The COVID-19 pandemic constrained us to turn the first Pan-African University Innovation Challenge Grand Finale into a full online event. This constraint turned into a huge opportunity for our finalists to have a continental exposure of their ideas, to attract more venture capitalists, and to strengthen their networks and potential partnerships to nurture the growth of their startups. So, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to congratulate once again all the participants and to express my gratitude to the organizers. Finally, yet importantly, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the officials of the African Development Bank for providing the financial resources to award the first 3 winning teams. Lasting gratitude to the German government, to GIZ, KFW, BMZ, for the work they have been doing with us with the Pan African University Institutes. And to you all, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, participants, and the great innovators of our time, I thank you all very much for your very kind attention.
Thank you so much again, Her Excellency. Now we'll be moving on to presenting our jury. We have 2 jury members. We have Mr. Nathaniel Kabeda from NERD and Ms. Nanko Madu from AfriLabs. So we will have them introduce themselves briefly before we go on to meet some of our teammates. We're waiting for our jury members to join us and give us a slight introduction, like I said, and we will be meeting. So just to kind of brief you guys until they join us right now, we have characterized it with 4 of our groups first, our 4 teams, to be pitching their ideas, and then later on our 4 teams. So first, we will have we will meet our 4 teams after we've met our jury and hear their pitches, and then we will move on to the next 4. So we are just giving our jury members a second to join us.
Hello there. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
My name is Nathaniel Kabada. I am a co-founder and CTO at New Era Research and Development Center. So I'm really honored to be here. This is really exciting for me to judge here, to be part of the jury, and congratulations for all the 8 finalists. And we'll be, I hope they'll win and impact as they describe in their pitch. And I'll see you guys later.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nathanael. That is the first jury member for the day. And the second jury member, as I said, is Ms. Nanko Madu. So we'll be moving on to Ms. Nanko Madu. We appreciate your patience, ladies and gentlemen. As we all know, this medium that we're using can be slightly problematic sometimes and need some technical assistance. So we are doing our best to keep it fast and on point for you guys. Like I said, we are waiting for our second jury member, Ms. Nanko Madu from AfriLabs, to also introduce herself and the work AfriLab does, and just kind of give us an insight on what's to be expected as a jury member today. As you guys can imagine, they have their work cut off for them with these 8 incredible finalists that are going to be showing their incredibly impressive and innovative business ideas here today that is sure to fix and innovate some of Africa's challenges, as one would say. It seems Ms. Nanko Madu might be having had a bit of a problem coming in. So in the meanwhile, let me introduce you guys to our 4 first teams that are going to go on until I have Ms. Nando Madu come in. So the first team is called So Cool, and So Cool is going to be our first team. And then second up, we have Halalia Hub, which is our second team. Our third team is going to be Dishasili, and our fourth team, Pan African E-Market. So these are the 4 teams that we're first going to be seeing before we also allow you guys to vote on the break, so you guys can choose. So with these 4 teams, we're gonna see all the pitches. We will also have a small question and answer session where jury members will present the questions to the pitchers or to the team members that have pitched these ideas, and then we will go from there. So we're just, as I said, waiting for Ms. Nanko Madu from AfriLabs to join us for a little bit of an introduction.
Yes, good day, everyone. Apologies for the hitch, bit of a network issue that I'm having this morning. Yeah, but I'm really happy to be here. My name is Nanko Madu. I'm a senior programs manager at AfriLabs. AfriLabs is a network of over 260 tech hubs across Africa, and we support the tech hubs to better support the entrepreneurs under them. So we're really excited about this venture by the PAU and really excited to be a part of it. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we had some technical issues. Miss Nankomadu, I think, got disconnected, but we did hear a little bit about Ms. Nankomadu, as I said, one of our jury members for the day. So let's just go back and let's see some of, give you guys an overview of the startups and some of the prizes that we have for them today. So like I said, we're going to, just to give you guys an idea of how this event is going to go and proceed, we will be looking at the 4 teams first, and then we will have a small break where the jury can deliberate, and also you, the viewers, can vote for the first 4 on the Zoom. So once the voting is open, that will appear on your screens, and then for our Zoom audience, you'll be able to vote. And then after that, we will be moving on to the second group of teams, the next 4, and then after their pitches, we will also give you guys a little bit of time to vote on the next 4 teams. So that's how we're going to be proceeding. So I believe we can start now with our first pitches from the startups. So our first team that I will be inviting today is team 1, So Cool. So Cool will be giving us their pitch, and then I will invite the jury to come on and let us know. But I do have, yes, so we have a 3rd jury member, I believe, that has been confirmed. So the jury member's name is Miss Shader Samira. So they will be joining us from, I believe it's a she, she'll be joining us from Algeria. And that will be the 3rd jury member of today. So we have 3 jury members. So let's move on to the first pitch, and we will be going on and seeing the different pitches from the different teams.
Thank you. Can I speak yet? Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to be with you in this competitions as a jury. My name is Samira Shader. I represent the Director General of Scientific Research and Technological Development. I'm in charge of all the coordination research among our structures, our establishments. And my profile is I work on hydrogen production from microalgae, and I'm very interested in all the themes of sustainable development. And thank you to invite me as a jury. Thank you very much. And congratulations for the finalists. And I hope it will be a good competition. We will share with you all the interested research, and thank you very much.
So now we invite the teams to come on. So we're going to invite the team names. As you saw, that was the first pitch from So Cool, our first team for today from our 8 finalists. So now I invite the team members to also be a part of this, as the questions will be directed to them. So if I can have my jury members presenting some of the questions for So Cool, that would be incredible, like I said. And I would also like to have all our team members from So Cool that are present today to be part of the panel, so they can also answer some of the questions. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe there was a different speech played. So the next video that you guys are going to be seeing is going to be the So Cool pitch. So let's move on to that, and then we'll come back with the panelists and the jury members.
I think what I would consider a major challenge is after harvesting. My produce normally go bad because they are vegetables and they are perishable. So within 1 week or two after harvesting, then I start again taking back to the dustbin because they go bad.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Conservation of food and medication is very important. However, a large majority of households in sub-Saharan Africa do not have a refrigerator due to non-access to electricity and extreme poverty. Besides, safe drinking water is a basic need that 42% of the population still do not have access. That's why our team is designing the SoCool, an affordable double design appliance comprising of a solar-powered refrigerator and an embedded water filter, which can be made locally using clay and modern cooling technology.
Our solution, SoCool, is an affordable refrigerator and a filter composed of indoor and outdoor components. The outdoor components transfers heat from the device to its external environment in order to produce the necessary cold for refrigeration. The indoor component is composed of the refrigerator for food preservation and the water filter for drinking water purification. The SoCool uses the acidic gel water as refrigerant fluid because they are economically affordable and ecologically friendly. Moreover, with clay, which reduces considerably the production costs compared to existing solutions.
The appliance will be sold at $70, which is 4 times cheaper than the conventional refrigerator and water filter. We get a net benefit of $19 per unit. We are targeting at least 50,000 African households for the first 5 years, starting from Niger, then extended to the whole sub-Saharan Africa. Our team comprises 5 dynamic young water and energy experts having background in engineering and economics from 5 different African countries. We have completed our official registration in Uganda and are currently building our website. We are supported by different respectable institutions, and we need your vote in order to move together towards building the Africa we want.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so that was the first team, SoCool, and that was their pitch. So now we will invite the team members from SoCool that are present to be there, and also our jury members, our 3 jury members. Now the floor is open for you guys to present some of your questions.
Hello there. So I think I'll jump in. It's a very excellent project I have seen. So one question I have is, what is the cost of production for 1 unit, and how many units will be how many units will be convenient to profit, to maintain the profit you mentioned there? How many units are you planning on manufacturing to get that amount of profit per unit? Thank you.
Okay, hello
I believe there's,
everyone,
the
and
network is cutting up.
thank you very much.
Mirana from Sokol, did you get the question?
Yes, I got it. Okay, yeah, so thank you very much for the question. So it was related to the cost per unit first. So as we said, we are going to sell the Sokol at $70 with a net benefit of 19 USD, which means that the cost per unit is $51. The direct cost will be 39. It includes the value, the price of the absorber, the solar thermal panel, the body of the fridge, the pipes, the delivery, and so on. And then there will be also the operating expenses like the salaries, the rent, the communication, and marketing. So the total of that will give the total cost per unit at 51 USD, and we expect to get a profit of 19 US dollar per unit. The plan to at least 50 of this appliance for the first 5 years. According to our forecast, it will be 250 units per month in each country at least. Yeah, with that production and with the price that we're going to sell it, we plan to get back our money in at least 2 years. Thank you. And I don't know if my colleague will want to add something.
Well, thank you. I think everything has been said. And just to mention that the profit per unit is 19 USD, as it was said in your page.
Okay. Sorry, I apologize. I was having some problem with my internet also. Okay, so I believe those were some of the questions raised. I know that there are 2 more jury members. I believe we have 2 questions from each jury members is what we've allowed today. So any of the other jury members that would like to ask a question? Two questions then, and team of Sokol, thank you again
Hello.
for your pitch and your presentation. Everyone else, make sure that you guys, this is the no. Okay. So the Zoom voting will be on once we are done with all. So the next team will be the Halalia Hub for PAU. That will be the second team today, and they will be giving their presentations. And then we'll be again moving on to our jury members for possible questions also. So now if I can have the pitch for our second team, Halalia PAU. Halalia Hub, my apologies.
Hi, I'm Dr. Oga Yvonne, and I bring before you ways of enhancing the value chain of poultry farming in Nigeria. Globally, chickens are the most acceptable source of animal protein, with everyone consuming on an average 13.8 kg of meat and 150 eggs annually. In Africa, Nigeria is the second largest producer of poultry, with a standing population of 480 million birds. 80% of these birds are raised by small and medium-scale farmers in backyards and cages, and they lack access to quality poultry inputs and veterinary services due to high cost of veterinarians and also reduced presence of veterinarians in the field. As such, most of their chickens die of diseases, and these diseases are of human concerns, as 65% of infectious diseases in humans have been traced to animal sources. There is also the risk of farm-to-farm disease spread when traditional veterinarians do not stick to hygienic measures. There's also the problem of market visibility due to locations of these farmers, and they rely on middlemen who reap them of their profits. The problem of cold storage facility during transportation also pose as a challenge. We therefore need better ways of consulting our poultry farmers and healthier ways of meat production. At Halalia Hub, we have an innovative solution to help farmers with instant veterinary services and poultry inputs, market visibility, as well as logistics. Our team are young veterinarians with expertise in avian medicine, veterinary vaccine production, and we are joining forces with an IT expert. Our products and services are described below. Mr. Dogo represents thousands of poultry farmers. You can get in touch with us and register with us at our office or through our online platform. Or if he lacks access to the internet, he can put through a call to us. We in turn provide Mr. Dogo with instant veterinary services to reduce the risk of farm-to-farm disease spread and to provide instant veterinary services. We also provide him with market visibility, premium markets, as well as quality poultry inputs. Finally, we ensure our products are delivered in good conditions by providing logistics in form of transportation as well as cold storage facility. Yes, we have competitors, but our business is more affordable, poultry-centric, and provide instant consultancy. We also provide storage facility, and our business can be scalable. Our market consists of 85 million farmers worth $3.3 billion in Nigeria. In Kano, where our business is starting off, we have 5 million farmers. We are looking at getting 700 small and medium scale farmers in the next 3 years with a total revenue of $75,000. Our business model is a monthly subscription fee as well as $1 per person to be able to help farmers gain market visibility. We also make money from sales of poultry inputs, logistics, as well as veterinary consultancy. Our 9-month target is to get at least 4,000 subscriptions and break even at 10,000 subscriptions in 2 years. We grow by our farmers passing on the messages through organic growth and paid campaigns. Our 3 years goal is to get 12,000 subscriptions of Nigerian markets through indulging in strategic partnership with fintechs and NGOs and expanding to rural cities and working with rural farmers. Our prototype has been developed and can be accessed via www.halalia.com. We've also been able to build a support community on WhatsApp to help poultry farmers via our database collected from online surveys and collaboration with the Poultry Association of Nigeria, Kano chapter, and Top Feed Mills. We've also been able to secure an office space. We are asking for $50,000 that will last for 24 months to help cover capital expenditures, operating expenses, as well as personnel costs. Ladies and gentlemen, at Halalia Hub, we believe in the power of technology and innovation to help solve the pressing issues of Africa, such as food security, poverty, and unemployment. Join us to make this a reality by supporting our business and making agriculture sustainable for
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our second pitch, and that was from Halalia Hub, and they are from the Pan African University Institute of Life and Earth Sciences Institute. So that was the second pitch, and so now we'll be moving on and see if they have a couple of questions before we move on to team 3. So jury members, if you have a question, please pitch them now.
So I have a question. If first of all, I want to congratulate the presenter, and my question it will be about if the service they propose can be used in all the countries. Thank you. It's just this question.
Okay, in all countries.
Okay.
Okay, that's one question. We have space for one more question if any other jury member wants to add.
I also have a question. And Okay, this is Nanko. I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's cutting up a little bit, but I think we can make it out. I think it cut off. Ikogi Femi from Halalia Hub. Did you hear the first question?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Fantastic. Let's go.
Okay. Yes, it can be applied to every country in Africa because it's scalable. It's just to get the local farming community and move our websites down. And once you can be able to access our website and we have the local farming communities, you can access it anywhere. It's accessible. It's scalable and it's accessible everywhere if we get the communities.
Farouk catches you.
Fantastic. Yvonne, would you like to add anything?
Yes, just like you said, it's accessible. It can be accessed anywhere. It's an online platform. So if you want veterinary services, if you want to ask questions, you want to get a veterinary consultant to talk to you as a farmer, you just go online to our platform. There's an option to send in your message through the online platform, or you go to WhatsApp and chat with a veterinary doctor. So those are the two options we have on the platform.
Fantastic. So that was the one question we had for our second team, Halalia Hub. Thank you again, team members. So we'll be moving on to the third team now. Our third team is the Dishasili team. And so we will be hearing their pitch, and then we will be moving on to question and answer from our jury. So if we can have our third team now.
Hello everyone, I am Lilis Kadombe, pitching for Dishi Asili, a business with a vision to curb post-harvest losses through dehydration of fruits and vegetables. Looking at sub-Saharan Africa, our population is growing fast. Our economy is driven by agriculture, which is challenged by high post-harvest losses of more than 40% in fruit and vegetables, high seasonal gaps, and starvation. Let us look at our situation here.
Maize, milk, tomatoes, cabbages are some of the foods that often go to waste or have to be sold at throwaway prices, as farmers lack proper ways of storage to preserve them for longer as they look for markets.
As seen, produce are cheap and rot away during harvest season, while during off-peak, they are very expensive. Dehydration of fruits and vegetables is an ideal solution. Currently, farmers rely on traditional sun drying to preserve their produce. It is slow with very high waste. There are few competitors in dried fruit industry. We shall beat this competition by adding a mix of dried fruit and vegetables at competitive prices. We are offering a ready market for farmers and long shelf life of their produce using green energy. Our solar-powered dehydrator will be an efficient hot air dryer with a batch capacity of 500 kilograms. We shall have a variety of dried fruits and vegetables. We will introduce a new packaging of mixed vegetable, which will ease cooking and make vegetable soup. We will also have a snack pack of mixed fruits, and our consumers can enjoy our product as healthy lifestyle. Our business idea is fully developed. Our market survey shows there is a huge gap for dried fruits and vegetables, and there are very high price fluctuations during off and on periods. We have chosen Thika as our ideal business location due to its position close to Nairobi and the satellite towns, and also not very far away from farmers in Muranga, Karatina, Kirinyaga, and Mwea. We shall partner with investors, supermarkets, local government, and cooking oil companies. Our value proposition is packaged long-life fruit and vegetable with high nutrition value. We shall gain revenue through competitive prices, our brand value for organic products, and healthy lifestyle. We target to push 6,000 kilograms per month through our market segment to meet our sales. We are seeking 126,280 US dollars as capital investment. And from our financial projection, we are sure to break even in the 4th year. I grew up in the village full of mangoes, avocados, and pawpaw. To generate income, we sold our produce, which was difficult since every farmer had the same product, but we didn't have a market. It has been my childhood dream to run a business that makes agriculture sustainable. This is Dishiasili team with a vision to end food loss through eco-inclusive businesses. We believe you can help us achieve our goal. Support us. Stand with us to end energy loss. Vote for Dishi Asili. Your support counts. Thank you very much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was team 3. That was Dishasili. And I believe we have members of the team already ready to answer some of the questions. So I will be moving on to the jury members to see if you guys have any questions. So if we can move on to the jury members and your questions.
Thank you. I have, no, it's not for me. Yes.
Ms. Nando, I don't know if you can hear me. I realize that there have been a couple of technical issues on that side. So please let us know also. In the meanwhile, so the Dishasili group comes from the Pan African University Institute of Basic Science, Technology and Innovation. Today we have 2 of their members ready to answer questions, Lilis Katumbi and Aloyos Dushimimana. So those 2 people are already here to answer any of the questions possibly raised by the jury members. So we will just patiently wait for some questions and move on to team 4.
I have a question, please. Did you hear me? No?
Sorry, can you be a little louder?
Yeah, okay. I have a question for the team who present the prototype for dried fruit. And my question, it will be about, can we use this prototype or this system for any species? Okay, you know, in our countries, we don't use every day the dried vegetables. So did you make work about communication to use this dried fruit, please? Thank you.
So we have our first question. If there is one more question, let's take the question so team members can be able to respond. There's space for one more question.
Hello?
I don't think there are any. Okay.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Ms. Nando.
Okay, so yeah, my question is around also distribution and reaching your target market. Like, what is the acceptance rate of this product for your community? It will be interesting to see that. And also, how do you intend to reach them? What channels do you intend to use to get across to them? It's one thing to produce the product, but it's another thing for people to accept it and for you to distribute it to them. So I'd like to hear that.
Okay, thank you, jury members. So we have these 2 questions. So teammates from the Dishasili group, you guys can respond.
Well, thank you very much for your questions. The first question was inquiring on how this prototype, if it can be used on other vegetables, since in Africa we have very many variety of vegetables. Well, in this dehydration setup, what will matter is the time. If you have different types of vegetables, what will matter is the time that is required for drying the vegetable depending on the moisture content of the dryer. So it can be used in a wide variety. What will matter with the time that it will take depending on the moisture content that the fruit and the vegetables have. Thank you very much. To the second question, the distribution and the acceptability. Well, dried fruits are already in the market, like mango. We have dried mango in the market, and people are getting used to dried mangoes, which in currently, like for example, in Kenya. So our next step, introducing dried vegetables and a pack of mixed dried vegetables, which will be new for most Kenyans and also most of our market. We intend to partner mostly with cooking. For the beginning, we can partner with the cooking oil companies, where we can give a free sample for the customers to test it, or also to get them to get to know our product as we enter the market. For our channels, we have a wide variety, from selling directly from our factory, selling through supermarket, selling through online selling platform, like in Kenya we have Dumia, where they can deliver products, or when someone orders, they can be delivered directly to them. So these are mainly our routes that we are looking forward to reaching our customer and to getting us known into the market. Thank you. Maybe my partner can add something else.
Well, hello everyone. Your questions are very clear, and I would like also to give my contribution to answering the questions. First of all, I will start from the last question, where the jury member is asking whether these kind of fruits are going to have a market, or customers are going to like it or not. Well, it took us like 3 to 4 months to visit different types of supermarkets and hostels and see how really likely these people, the customers, are likely to buy these dried fruits and vegetables. We realized that actually the people are willing, because most of them, they were coming asking, how does it taste? Is it the vitamins, fibers are still there, or when you dry them, they are reduced? But in general, when you dry a fruit or a vegetable, at least the fibers, vitamins are like 3.5 doubled compared to the fresh fruit. So many supermarkets, they have agreed by showing us the progress of how the dried fruits were sold. They showed that there is still a need to supply more, because the customers are willing to buy.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you so much, team members. We will definitely be coming back to you guys. Now we'll be moving on to our fourth pitch and the final one before the break. As you guys know, we're talking about 8 finalists today. So the fourth team that is going to be pitching is the Pan African e-market team. So again, as we've been doing so far, we will listen to the pitch and then come back with some of the questions from the jury members. So now we're going to be moving on to the Pan African e-market team.
Hi, do you know the entry into force of African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, in January 2021 came in the context where the intra-Africa trade is about 15% on average. The main reason for this low level of trade between African countries are mainly the lack of connectivity, the lack of visibility of African products, and the weakness of electronic exchange. So despite the rapid digitalization on the continent, talking about leading countries and leading a company in e-commerce, Africa is always behind. And on the ground, the existence of some startups in Africa in e-commerce show the great fragmentation of the small businesses and therefore a need for an interoperability system to coordinate all these existing initiatives. From my own experience, due to the weakness of electronic exchange, I used to carry a lot of extra luggage when I traveled from Burkina Faso to Cameroon, because friends want me to buy some material, fashion material from there, but I don't have some facility for that. As to this situation, we come with our amazing and great project called Pan African e-market, which consists of creating an online trading platform where we exhibit African products. Pan African e-market is in line with the Agenda 2060 goals because it's coming to support the implementation of AFCFTA and also to boost the intra-Africa trade. For the first time, we are going to start by exhibiting some product on our platform, like fashion product made in Africa, cosmetic product, we have handicraft product, and the manufacturing product made in Africa. So we are going to start with this basket of product at the first time, because you want to empower the industrialization on the continent, and by the time we are going to add more product on the platform. This project is going to be developed to 5 stages. The step 1 will be the project design and validation, the creation of a website and mobile application, and also the development of a large partnership network, the product targeting, categorization, and labeling, and the step 5 will be the development of a rapid delivery service and the designation of the PAU alumni as country coordinator of the company. The business model is around the strategy, which consists of creation of an online trading platform to promote the Made in Africa by building of a wide network of partnership, and also the development of fast delivery service and the using of PAU alumni as country representative of the Pan-African e-market. The market, the target market, we really want to empower the most vulnerable social class, like women, the youth, and the rural producer in Africa, by using our internet-based services. And we are going to marketize this amazing project by using the traditional means of communication and also the social network as well. We are also going for the signing of partnership agreement with the permanent secretariat of AFCFTA and also with the affecting bank. This model, this project is really rentable because our financial planning showed that the first year we can make approaching more than 1,000 USD, and also the financial forecasting for about 5 years show that we can make a profit more than 167,000 USD. We are a dynamic and multicultural team composed by myself, Bouyama Sawadogo from Burkina Faso, Hayayi Unlede from Togo, Sonia Leticia Minkolo from Gabon, Isa Sawadogo from Burkina Faso, and Aida Razafinga Koto from Madagascar. We need you to support our project by voting for Pan-African e-market to empower the most vulnerable social class. Vote for Pan-African market to promote the Made in Africa, and vote for us to build the intra-Africa trade together.
And gentlemen, fantastic. Okay, so that was our 4th team, the Pan-African e-market. So I hope you guys heard the pitch. And now, as I've been doing, I will invite the jury members to place some of their questions. We have room for 2 questions, and I will have the team members answering. I do believe that we already have the team members there, so we will be ready for your questions. Our team members present today from the Pan-African e-market. Yes.
All right. So I have a quick question here. This is a very promising startup, and this has a huge potential. The question I want to ask and I want to address is there any strategy that you're planning to implement into solving this multi-currency exchange via the platform? As we know, most Africans are not that much close to a foreign currency. So is there any way that you're trying to solve this issue of finding currencies to exchange between different countries and selling their products? And also the other question is the logistics is part of the whole thing. How are you planning on partnering up logistic companies? Is it a Pan-African logistics company that you want to partner up, or you're planning on creating, or you're what's your input in that? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nathanael. Okay, that was our jury member one. If we don't have any more other questions, because I do believe our panel, or rather jury member, asked 2 questions in one. So if there's anyone else, we want to open the floor for you. If not, we'll be moving on to the answers.
Okay. When we have the presentation of the team group, the team profile, there is no one special in security and in platform. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Team members, were you able to hear the second question?
Yes, yes. Yes, I think the jury member, the last jury member was asking about the human resources, about the security specialists in our group. Because when she see the group member, she cannot see someone who is a specialist in the security issue. So I'm going to start by discussion by saying, you know, in our team, we have a diversity of experts in terms of finance, in terms of electronic, in terms of governance, and especially in terms of regional integration. So, but about the security aspect and also the aspect of technology, the IT aspect, we are going to work with some of the experts in Africa, especially those guys from the other institute of PAU, institute like in Kenya. So we are going to work with them so that we can be sure that the issue of security will be taken into account. And also for the IT aspect, we are going to call for a proposal to build for us a website and also a mobile application for that. But we are the one, we are going to design the website and also the mobile application on the way we want it to be. So yeah, for the logistic aspect, I'm going to leave the floor to my colleague Ida for that.
Good morning, everyone. I'm really happy to respond to the question that it is already asked. So about the logistic issues, it is true that in Africa, currently we notice so much problems about the connectivity, lack of weakness of electronic exchanges. And we noticed too that a lot of people are really disfavorished because of logistics. I mean, the producers, the local producers, like the youth, the women, and the rural people. So to solve this problem, our solution in terms of logistics is that we count on our human resources first, which will be spread all around Africa. We have 54 countries, and with 100 alumni representative, and from the PAU guests or from Cameroon all around Africa. We don't marginalize the countries like islands, like Cabo Verde, like Madagascar, etc. So we count on these big human resources, which is really wonderful first. And about the second one, it is the quality of our member team, which is really, really diversified. So we can't mobilize the logistic like communication on network, social network, medias, and we mobilize partnerships, trade partnerships. And it is, we will take profit too of the era of digitalization. So internet will be our pillar. Thank you so much. I will give the floor to my colleague.
Okay, for the first question about the strategy of currency issue, yes, we are aware that in Africa we have a lot of currency, and the currency issue is really the big problem because we don't have a unique currency for the whole Africa. But in our project design, we integrate this issue because we are going to take account of that by using the mobile application
payment system. Like in Cameroon here, we have Orange. People can just use their mobile application to buy some item on our platform. The second solution is that we are going to deal with the Afexim Bank. You know, the African Bank for Export and Import Bank called Afexim Bank has set what we call the Pan African Payment System. So I think it's already launched. And this system is like to allow African producer in Africa, let's say trader, to use that kind of platform of payment system to facilitate the trade between African countries and Africans. So we are going to deal with Afexim Bank to allow us to integrate this platform on our online platform so that people can just order an item from their home, but the platform will convert the amount in their local currency. They just make the payment. So I want to also to add on the logistic issue. We are going to deal with the existence of the delivery companies in Africa. In each country, we have some startup dealing in terms of delivering systems. So we are going to deal with them. But the PAU alumni around all the institutes are going to be the local coordinator of the Pan-African e-market, and there they are going to provide the list of the provider of items and in terms of delivery coordination. So that is all. Thank you so much for the listeners.
Thank you.
We are
So
counting
much.
really for you to vote for us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, you guys heard it from the team. You guys should be voting. Like I said, we heard our first 4 pitches from our 4 teams. So now we will be taking a short break, but in our break, we are going to be opening the Zoom voting option now. So everyone watching from Zoom can vote for their favorite teams out of the first 4, and then we will be pitching 4 more ideas from 4 of the teams, and then we'll choose or vote from the 4, and then we will be able to vote from the 2 winning teams from both of their votes. So now we will be putting up the Zoom option to vote. So I highly urge you to vote for your favorite teams, as also the jury deliberates, and we take a very short break of about 10 minutes. So we will be back. Thank you again for everyone that's here with us. Do not go anywhere. We are taking a slight break and coming back. In the meanwhile, vote. And I see that you guys have been effectively voting, which makes me very happy. So I'm going to share with you the results. I don't know if you guys can see it up on your screen, but so we're going to share the first round of results for you guys before we go into the second round of our pitching sessions. So as you guys can see, all four teams are right over there have been voting, and the winner of this one is going to be the Dishasili team. As you guys see that they have gotten about 34% of the votes out of 94 people that voted specifically for them, and 280 people collectively that voted in this first vote sharing poll. So thank you again for voting. Make sure you guys vote again on the second round. So we have the winner from the first round. Congratulations so far for the Dishasili group, and then we'll come back to see who wins later on. So now we'll be moving on to the second round of presentations that we have. So the first team that's going to be pitching is Team 5, Solid Waste Health Insurance. So that's the team that's going to be pitching. And then as we have been doing so far, we'll be moving on to our jury members and some questions. So now I invite the Solid Waste Health Insurance group for their pitch. Thank you.
My name is Jirevo Sadza. With my colleague Cynthia, we are going to present Solid Waste Health Insurance, enhancing a health for all status. According to WHO 2015, 50% of the global population lack access to health cover. About 70% of Zimbabwean population lack access to health cover. This happens while the country produces 3 million metric tons of solid waste annually, and about 80% of this is not properly collected. Therefore, waste has become a site of every sin. Existing solutions for the medical health cover include conventional medical insurance, which are expensive and only cater for the high income earners, leaving 70% of the population without access to health cover. Solid Waste Health Insurance is a micro health insurance and recycling company that enables low and medium income earners to have access to health cover using recyclable solid waste as a financial resource. Basically, people collect solid waste from their households, from the streets, and bring it to our offices. And in return, they get access to health cover. Through our partnerships with recycling organizations, we earn money from this recyclable solid waste. Our value proposition is offering health cover to low and medium income earners using readily available resources. We aim to improve standards of living by reducing the gap on access to health cover. We directly cover SDG 3, which is good health and well-being, and SDG 12, which is responsible consumption and production. We contribute to the Agenda 2063, the Africa we want, where everyone has access to health cover. From the market research that we did, for every quantity of recyclable solid waste brought to us, 60% is given as health cover and 40% is given as money back. Our go-to-market plan shows that the available market is 10.5 million people. We are generously targeting 1% of this within the first 5 years of operation. And to reach our prospective clients, we are using platforms such as referral promotions and also social media platforms as well. Our competitors are medical insurance companies targeting high earners, and our unique competitive advantage is unattended market, readily available resources, and also being a green company that focuses on green business. Potential synergies with organizations include with recycling companies for the solid waste, with development organizations. Why? Because we are a social entity, with medical insurance companies for the provision of their health cover. Our team includes solid waste management expert, corporate governance expert, risk management and insurance expert. Our financial projections and key metrics shows that leads mainly come from referrals and awareness campaigns. And then from an initial investment of $3,000, we are able to realize total sales of $128,000 and profits of $19,000 within the first year of the operation. Project has been done as a pilot phase in Chitungwiza, a high-density suburb in Zimbabwe. 31 participants had registered within the pilot phase, and we currently partly employ 2 youth, and we aim to create 10 green jobs within the first 2 years of operation. To show that our project is viable, we have been awarded some awards, which include being in the top 15 for the total startup of the year in 2019. We are a green business. We advocate for reduce, reuse, and recycle. We advocate for source separation of solid waste. Therefore, waste is not waste until it is wasted. I thank you.
waste is not waste until it is wasted. I really like that. So thank you, Team Solid Waste Health Insurance. That was their pitch for today. So now I open up the floor to the jury members, if you guys have any questions. And I also invite team members from the team to be present to answer the questions. I believe I see them coming up. I believe we have Zvirevo and Tariro. So if we can have both of them, they will be answering the questions. So jury members, please feel free to give us your questions. And I know there's a slight connection issue from Ms. Nando's side. So please do let us know if you have any questions also. Nanko, excuse me.
Yes, I have a question. This is Nanko.
Go ahead.
Okay. So
I can hear
thank you for that. Yeah, thanks for that presentation, Team 5. Very innovative, but I'm struggling a bit to understand how you will generate income, you know, from your pitch or from the business. It looks like your people are going to bring waste products to you, and then you're going to offer them health insurance in exchange. But how are you going to generate that income? And then in addition, when you give them help, like where does your profit come from? So you're going to clearly have to pay for medical aid for them, right? In hospitals and health centers. So what will that cost, and where is your profit margin? Where, like, I would like to hear that.
Okay,
Fantastic.
thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Nanto.
Please.
Wait,
please,
let's take
I
all
have-
the questions and we'll be back.
Please, I have a question. Thank you for the presentation. And my question, it will be about strategy, the marketing strategy to attract more and more consumers. So can you tell us about your marketing strategy for this service? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chatter. Do we have one more question? Or no? Okay, so I believe we can go on to the answering of the questions. So team member, feel welcome to tap in at any point.
Okay, thank you for the questions. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, that is fine. So the first question was saying, how do you make money and with what margin in the process? So basically what I would say is that we have started the business through partnerships, through backward partnerships and forward partnerships. What I mean is currently we have partnerships with medical aid companies, and then we also have partnerships with recycling companies. But in the near future, we'd want to own our own small clinics where people can come to get these services. And again, we would also want to own our own recycling centers where we convert these. We also have the process in plan that we convert these to usable goods or usable things that can be used from these recyclable solid waste. So how we make money is that for every waste that is brought to us, the total cost is around 45 cents per kg, and in that we have seen that the profit that we can make on this is around 30% of this. And then through the partnerships, because we negotiate for volumes, we are pushing volumes to the recycling companies, and then that's how we are going to enable earning money to that. And also we are going to group our people and then go and negotiate to them with medical health providers, and then in that it means that we are going to get them at lower costs, and then as opposed to an individual when he's going alone on that. So basically that's how we do. So basically we target, we have a monthly target of around 20 kgs per person, registered person or active member for us per month. And then that means that for each and every month, he's bringing total sales of around $9 per month, and it goes like that. So we target a gradual increase in the numbers as we go through the years. So basically, to go to question 2, the strategy to attract more customers, basically on marketing strategy. We did the market research, and we did a pilot phase, and we have seen that our customers are those low-end or low-income earners which do not have access to mostly social medias, mostly smartphones, but they do have access to phones, basic phones, of course. So what we have seen that works for us is referral promotions. We start with a small number, and then when we do good to those things, 1 month or 2 months down the line, those people are going to refer other people, and we have seen that much working. So we need to target the smaller people, and then we do good to them, and then they can refer the others. And we have seen that the marketing strategy that works well is, apart from referral promotions, is door-to-door campaigns. Because what we want to do is to create a community of awareness where people can benefit or benefit access to health cover through a readily available resource. And in that, they conscientize and make everyone aware of that. And then in the end, almost everyone will join to the system. That's basically what we need to do. And for sure, we have to agree that in some way or the other, our entity is a social entity which aim to reduce the inequality gap on access to health cover. So basically, I leave to my colleague if there is something to add.
Okay, hello. Okay, in addition to the second question, we are also going to use a social media such as Facebook or Twitter to market our products. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, team members from the Social Waste Health Insurance. So you guys have heard their pitches and their questions, so we'll be moving on to Team 6. Team 6 is named Modern Mill. So we will be again watching their videos and proceeding on to the question and answer program from the jury. So now we'll be watching our 6th pitch from Modern Mill.
Hello, my name is Esperance Kujia. From past 10 years, I've been attending to some repeated events of food intoxication that mostly occur in Benin Republic, where I've seen many families and people dying because of the consumption of cassava and maize flours that were processed and conserved in inappropriate conditions without the required hygiene standards. In addition, malnutrition problem is rising concern in developing countries nowadays, and one of the problem of malnutrition is the vitamin A deficiency that affect pregnant women and children under 5 years. About 500,000 vitamin A deficient children are blind every year, of which half of them 12 months of using their sight die. The traditional milling process ongoing in the country and surrounding region is time-consuming naturally. And because of that, many people which constitute our target market prefer to buy their flowers from open market, even though the conditions of conservation and process are not met. We now thought about an idea to produce high vitamin A maize and cassava flowers using our biofortified varieties with the latest generation machine and biodegradable packages as well. This is the type of machine we are going to order for the production of the various flowers. Our maize, after cleaning, the stoning will be degerminated, grounded and packaged. Our cassava too will follow similar process. The innovative aspect of our project is that apart from using our biofortified varieties, we will be also using appropriate package and long-term conservation method to avoid nutrient losses in the flowers, saying some of the nutrients like vitamin A are revealed to be life sensitive, and because of that, good care and precaution will be taken accordingly. This will be our added value compared to what other few competitors are offering at regional level. Our golden flower specificity is that every pack bought from us will contain at least 25% of the recommended daily intake of vitamin A, able to fight against night blindness, reduce children mortality, and because we'll be using good package design, we will be avoiding all those food intoxication problems reported previously. Our the efficiency of the production line and the large scale production that we'll be adopting will allow us to still deliver our product at competitive prices. Our target market are household, restaurants, bakeries, feed mills, and breweries in West African countries. We'll be and restaurants. We'll be doing online sales too at attractive prices. At the time I'm talking, we have already reached out to 5 different seed companies that accepted providing us the seed materials needed for the production of the quality raw materials, that because we will be giving our technical support to the big farmers. We have already secured 60 hectares in Benin Republic where cassava has been growing up. We need the financial support of $366,000 for the implementation in the 3rd year. And with a team of 4 people, including myself, Esperance Koja, expert in pro-vitamin A cassava breeding, Abdul Raouf, expert in pro-vitamin A maize breeding, Mr. Adediran Jaffa, expert in business management, Dr. Fauza Sanusi, expert in food technologies. We believe that this project will be implemented successfully. Please, we need your help to feed Africa. Vote for us, support our idea. Thanks for listening.
Fantastic. Okay, so that was the pitch from our 6th team, rather. Modern, as you heard. We're going to take a second and just make sure the sound is not overlapping on you guys. Okay, I believe we're okay. So like I said, that was the pitch from our 6th team, Modern Mill. So now we're going to open the fort, and I believe the team members are here with us. So we're going to open the fort for jury members and their questions. So whoever jury member can go first.
Hello there, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Nathan. We can hear you. Yes, we can hear you, Nathan.
All right, so my question to you is, how do you secure the maize and cassava consistently to produce on a yearly basis? Do you have a partnership with small farmers or any other thing?
Okay. So we have one question from our jury member, Nathaniel. Any other jury members that would like to pose a question? Okay, I think, I think that's about it. If the questions come up, we will make sure. Abdul and Esperance, I believe you both are here, so please take the question.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for the question. That's a good one. Actually, maize is produced in a particular period. For example, in our basic primary market, which is Benin Republic, right now the rainy season is just starting. They'll be planting, so after 4 or 5 months, it will be the harvesting period. So we are planning to get most of our raw materials during that period, because at that time, not only the product will be available on the market, it will also be at a lower cost. So we are planning to have stores in which we are going to keep all the raw materials that we bought during that period, so that we can be producing consistently throughout the year. That's our plan. And we are partnering with the smallholder farmers in Benin Republic mostly right now to start with.
I have some contribution to make about that point. We are building a network with the farmers. The farmers are mostly in cooperatives, and those cooperatives, they have the leaders. We are reaching out to them and supply them the materials that, and with this bond or this contract that will be signed at the beginning of each campaign, agricultural campaign, will assure us to secure, to get the raw materials at affordable prices.
Fantastic. Awesome. So do you remember, Natil? I hope the question was answered. Thank you so much to the teammates. We will be moving on to our seventh team of the day. The seventh team is called Zalaki Solutions. So Zalaki Solutions, as every other team, will be pitching their idea. And then again, we'll be moving on to the question and answers from the jury members. So Zalaki Solutions, if you're ready with your pitch and your team members, we can proceed to that.
Hello, my name is Rebecca, and I'm recording this video to tell you about my team's business idea, which is called Zalaki Solutions. We began Zalaki Solutions from observing two problems. The first one is limited resources for the underserved schools in Ethiopia, and the second problem is rampant plastic waste pollution within the country. So currently, schools in the underserved rural areas of Ethiopia are using wooden furniture that can easily break, and it's also very expensive to restore to its initial functional conditions. In worst cases, school children sit either on the ground or on makeshift seats like stones. So the constant use of wood is also leading to increased deforestation in these areas. Apart from all of this, the issue of rampant plastic waste pollution is also becoming a threat to the environment in Ethiopia. It's only a very small percentage that is recycled and exported to companies producing plastic products. So our solution is intended to use a unified approach of manufacturing the school furniture using recycled plastic from our environment. We believe that it leads to increased access to affordable resources for schools. It also decreases plastic pollution and deforestation as well. So the plastic furniture replacing the wooden furniture offers the advantage of longer product lifespan and obviously more durability. We developed our design taking the current products in the market into consideration, and this was mainly for ease of manufacture and scalability of the process at lower costs. We plan to retain the metal structure for stability and replace the wooden slabs with recycled plastic slabs, which would be the green colored part that you see on the screen. And according to our analysis, the product will cost about 33% less than what is currently in the market. And it also offers more sitting space, which would be 3 people at once, as compared to the current products, which only accommodate 2 people at once. Our product stage of development included, first of all, figuring out the recycling process. The process includes collection, sorting, granulation, washing and drying, and finally forming and fabrication. And then we design our product. We also did a market research to study the cost, the durability, and the demand for the current product. We explained our ideas to our stakeholders and got a very, very exciting response from them. So we're now at a pre-launching stage. We're only waiting for funding to move ahead. As for our financials, the investment capital, which we need to kickstart our business, is almost $50,000. Here, it's very important to note that some of the equipment will be made locally by adopting open source designs, which will be customized specifically for our operations. We believe that this is a very innovative decision as it makes our equipment less costly, and consequently, this lowers our investment capital significantly. So the production cost that's shown here is only for the initial year of production, and it's expected to rise in the subsequent years. And the projected revenues are also expected to increase over the following years. Let me introduce my team. We are a team of 2. My name is Rebecca Balaikasa. I'm from Ethiopia. My background is in civil engineering, and my teammate, who's Tafadzwa Dongo, he's from Zimbabwe, and his background is in industrial and mechanical engineering. So, do you want to make a difference by protecting the environment and ensuring a sustainable and conducive learning environment for our students? If your answer is yes, please vote for us and help us make our dreams come true. Thank you very much.
I have a question, please. Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. And can I? Yes. So I have a question. I have a question about how to proceed to collect all the plastics will be used in to product your So we know it's very it take a lot of time. It take a lot of time to collect, and how to collect, and what is the process to collect plastics in the lands and in the, how to say. Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you, Ms. Chatter. We have another question.
Yeah, I have a question. Yeah, mine is around your plan to reach your target market, your customers. Like, I would love to hear more about the systematic way you intend to reach your buyers, the buyers for your product. Thank you.
Fantastic. So I believe we have two questions for the team. Yeah, I believe the team members were already introduced in the video, so I'll just hand over to them so they can continue answering.
Okay, this is Rebecca. If I could take the first one about the collection of the plastics. The plan is to partner with independent plastic waste collectors here in Ethiopia. We will not hire them as our employees, but we will be working with them as our partners, and they'll be our constant partners that deliver the plastic to a partner.
I believe Rivka's internet might be lagging a little bit, but we can also have her other team member answer if you'd like.
Okay, like she was saying, in terms of the collection of the plastic waste, we'll be working with independent plastic collection people. As we know, in almost most countries within Africa, there are people that are living off collecting plastic waste and then selling it off to those that recycle. So we will directly work with these people, not necessarily employing them, but as a way of also empowering them. We'll be taking in the plastic waste that they come in with, so purchasing it from them and then using it within our processes. And also we intend to make it to promote more the idea of recycling and also turning your waste into money, so that even when individuals can also bring in their waste to us, so that we can use it within our processes. And the second question was to do with how we are going to be reaching to our market. And in Ethiopia, what happens is mainly with our target market, which is the underserved schools, which are predominantly government owned, there is a centralized system of buying buying school equipment. So we will be working closely with the government so that we can then proffer them a solution which is much more affordable, and also it is also addressing the issue of environmental issues to do with plastic pollution. So we believe it is an innovative way of also reducing the amount of wood that is required in terms of producing the school furniture, thereby addressing the issue of deforestation, as we are also looking to reforestate our forests within Africa. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, fantastic. I believe those are the two questions. Thank you, team members, Tafadzwa and Ribka. So I believe that we'll be now moving on to our last team that's going to be pitching for us today, and that is Afritex Services. So this is going to be our last team that's going to be pitching. So we're going to follow the same format. We're going to have the pitch and the Q&A, and then again, open the floor for our Zoom audience to vote for the last four pitches that we saw before we pick an audience favorite. So let's first move on to the pitch by Afritex Services, and I will explain more on that also.
Greetings, everyone. I am Dr. Saka Bernard, the team lead for AfriTech Services, and we're delighted to share with you this Pan Africanist business initiative, which was partly inspired by the COVID-19 pandemic and also by the observations of service delivery across the continent, which unfortunately have not been the best. Less than 35% of Africans who have access to the internet, as well as do possess the necessary digital skills to offer quality services online and offline. And also few African entities, including governments, do conduct policy-oriented research to inform their development initiatives. Existing companies across the continent do offer some of these services, but at also very high cost. And few of them do combine these services as we intend to do at AfriTech. At AfriTech, we hope to combine both think tank services, including evidence-based research, to shape our activities at the consultancy level, including soft skills, and also other deliverables, including social audit and training of African experts in different domains, informed by our multidisciplinary perspectives, as well as our governance and regional integration training. Similarly, our AfriTech is unique because it combines both think tank and consultancy services, as well as it is purely Pan-Africanist, and also we hope to be flexible in terms of costing for our clients, and also to offer free mentorship to our clients over the board, and this based on our tested experiences and success stories from clients or professionals who have benefited from our services as individual consultants, researchers, and trainers before the birth of AfriTech. And all of this because we want to become a leading think tank and consultancy firm in Africa by 2030. And also we're targeting clients, including AFDB, AU Direct, amongst others, and we're hoping to generate income through grants, loans, and also returns from our services. And all of this because we want to stay in business. For the start, we hope to have a capital investment of over 46,000 USD, an annual operating expense of over 40,000 USD, and also net profit of 21,000 above, and which increases over the years, everything being equal. We are currently engaged in registering the company in Cameroon, and also we've secured office location, and we are currently developing content and operational documents for the company, as well as the team is ready to start delivering services upon inauguration of this company. But at individual level, I have been able to serve as consultant, skills development expert, researcher to several entities, including UN Women, UNESCO Global Integrity, amongst others, similar to other team members from across Africa. And also we have a track record of experiences in skill development, research, social entrepreneurship, coaching, leadership, amongst others, which we have to bring on board through AfriTech, but also would intend to outsource external expertise as the need arises, especially in terms of IT and accountancy. And at this point, we hope that your support and vote for us would be a vote for an innovative, Pan-African and promising think tank and consultancy firm driven by competent African youth that are ready to meet Africa's Agenda 2063 and also the needs of 21st century digital era. Thank you. Merci. Asante sana.
Recording in progress.
Please, I have a question. Can I ask?
Yes, Ms. Samira, we just wanted to play the video one last time because there were internet connection problems for some of the members that are viewing. So if we can just play the last team's video one more time, and then we will proceed to the questions from jury members. My apologies. So like I said, we'll be pulling up the video and we'll be playing it, and then we'll be coming back to the votes. As you guys can see, this is Africa's brightest minds fixing Africa's challenges with African solutions. And so these videos are extremely impressive. These pitches are extremely impressive. I'm really excited to see who's going to win. So just keep all of this in mind when we open the next voting session for you guys. But right now, without further ado, let's play the last video and we will be back to our jury.
Greetings, everyone. I am Dr. Saka Bernard, the team lead for AfriTech Services, and we're delighted to share with you this Pan Africanist business initiative, which was partly inspired by the COVID-19 pandemic and also by the observations of service delivery across the continent, which unfortunately have not been the best. Less than 35% of Africans who have access to the internet, as well as do possess the necessary digital skills to offer quality services online and offline. And also few African entities, including governments, do conduct policy-oriented research to inform their development initiatives. Existing companies across the country offer some of these services, but at also very high cost. And few of them do combine these services as we intend to do at AfriTech. At AfriTech, we hope to combine both think tank services, including evidence-based research, to shape our activities at the consultancy level, including governance and regional integration training. Similarly, our AfriTech is unique because it combines both think tank and consultancy services, as well as it is purely Pan-Africanist, and also we hope to be flexible in terms of costing for our clients, and also to offer free mentorship to our clients over the board, and this based on our tested experiences and success stories from clients or professionals who have benefited from our services as individual consultants, researchers, and trainers before the birth of AfriTech. And all of this because we want to become a leading think tank and consultancy firm in Africa by 2030. And also we're targeting clients, including AFDB, AU Direct, amongst others, and we're hoping to generate income through grants, loans, and also returns from our services. And all of this because we want to stay in business. For the start, we hope to have a capital investment of over 46,000 USD, an annual operating expense of over 40,000 USD, and also net profit of 21,000 above, and which increases over the years, everything being equal. We are currently engaged in registering the company in Cameroon, and also we've secured office location, and we are currently developing content and operational documents for the company, as well as the team is ready to start delivering services upon inauguration of this company. But at individual level, I have been able to serve as consultant, skills development expert, researcher to several entities, including UN Women, UNESCO Global Integrity, amongst others, similar to other team members from across Africa. And also we have a track record of experiences in skill development, research, social entrepreneurship, coaching, leadership, amongst others, which we have to bring on board through AfriTech, but also would intend to outsource external expertise as the need arises, especially in terms of IT and accountancy. And at this point, we hope that your support and vote for us would be a vote for an innovative, Pan-African, and digital era. Thank you. Merci. Asante sana.
Can I ask?
Fantastic. Yes, I believe the jury members are already ready. So let's just jump into the questions. Ms. Chatter Samira, you can go.
Thank you. So my question will be very simple. I address my question to Bernard, who present his project. So did you make some essays to make an essays with this AfriTech services during the pandemic, especially on education online? If you can tell us something about the essays during pandemic to say if this services is make good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the first question. Any other jury member would like to pose a question?
Yes, so my question is around just uniqueness and innovation, like what you're presenting, is being already done by so many entities and organizations. So what is so unique, about your business that will make clients, your potential clients, choose you over existing businesses that already have experience doing this, as an entity?
Okay. Okay. It cut off, but I believe the question is already proposed. So if we can have the AfriTech services members, we will move on to answering the two questions posed. Let me see. I believe we have Dr. Saka and Marise.
Okay. Greetings once again, everybody, and thank you for giving us this opportunity. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. And thank you once again also for the very interesting questions. I hope I did get the first one well, because during COVID, actually, we are also using online platforms to be able to conduct some sort of assessment, or also to be able to test our capacity to deliver services from AfriTech through individuals and also other youth-led organizations across Africa. And this actually proved to be very successful, as well as we're also able to develop some training modules, which we successfully drilled different clients across Africa, some of whom obviously have been able to give us positive feedback with respect to how much they've benefited from our services. And like we did indicate in the presentation, we have actually been able to train at different levels of maybe consultancy to individual service delivery to international local entities like UN and agencies. And this is the more reason why, based on the constant demand from them and satisfactory deliverables from us, they have been able to propose to us deals actually that entail, proposals from an entity such as AfriTech. And that is why we also thought of evolving from individual services as consultants to really coming up with an entity that will be able to deliver these very services. And secondly, we all bear witness to the fact that at the start of this speech, we all couldn't have it started at the time it was envisioned because first of the technical challenge, but secondly, there are many Africans who are unable to join us right now because they do not have the digital capacity or internet access to come on board very, brilliant opportunities like this. And so as far as our uniqueness is concerned, and this takes us to the second question, we want to be able to get to rural communities where most of the existing companies are not really reaching out with their services, to be able to offer these services to Africans who are also in need in those communities so that we don't leave anybody behind. But then we also make sure that we provide, costing that is really affordable at their level, because existing companies do charge quite expensively for their services, and unfortunately many Africans do not get to afford. So we want to be able to charge based on the income levels of Africans, look at also the income differences between women and men, and also you look at graduates in Africa who are in need of this kind of services to be able to get meaningful jobs, including during COVID eras like this one, because we don't know which pandemic may come, and we may be tied down to work from home longer than even COVID might have made us to do. So these are the kind of skills that we want to be able to impact, different segments and people across Africa. But last but not the least, also, we want to be able to make sure that every service we bring on board at the level of the consultancy is well informed by evidence-based research. It's informed by action-oriented research, so that we are responding to problems that are plaguing Africans, especially when it comes to service delivery, and not just assuming and imposing solution just because we want to make money. So our priority first is to solve an African problem, and the second then would be also to make money to sustain ourselves, and this in a less economically viable way for Africans, most especially those that will be in need of our services, and we already have identified a good number. Thank you, and I think maybe my colleague Maris could add something.
Maris, would you like to add anything?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. We come back to add a little about the uniqueness of our service. I will say that Afritex design allies consultation services and think tank. That is what is really unique about us, because it will permit us to couple interdisciplinary research and personalized solution to public or private organization challenge. That is my contribution.
Okay. Terrific. Thank you so much, team members. So this was the final presentation from Afritex Services, which is our last team. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, your excellencies, you have heard their incredible pitches rather, and they're really inspiring and innovative business ideas. Like I said, and it's part of the African Union's mantra, African solutions for African challenges. And really this shows more than anything how much we're pushing forward to create those solutions as Africans. And so really it's an exciting time. Now we go into giving some power into your hands, our viewers and our audience. So we were going to open up the floor for a second voting session. So you guys saw the last 4 teams. We had Solid Waste Health Insurance, we had Modern Mill, we had Zalaki Solutions, and we had Afritex Services. So we are now going to open the floor for people to vote here on Zoom for these 4 teams that I mentioned, and then we will be picking between the 2 winning teams later on. We're going to go into a small break, and after we come back and let the jury deliberate a little bit, we will be moving on to our award ceremony, which would be hosted by high-end delegacies, or rather their excellencies and delegates that are here today with us to present these incredible gifts to our contestants. So vote, and we will be back in a short break. So make sure to vote and make sure that your favorite team is a winner here today.
أشرف المرسلين. أما بعد، سيدي وزير التعليم العالي والبحث العلمي، سيدتي محافظة للاتحاد الإفريقي، سادة الوزراء، زملاء، إطارات وزير التعليم العالي والبحث العلمي، طلباتنا الأعزاء، مرحبا بكم في هذا. اسمحوا لي ننتقل إلى لغة أخرى. Donc nous vous remercions d'avoir honoré de votre présence cette première édition du challenge de l'innovation de l'université panafricaine, le Pan African University Innovation Challenge. Nous avons l'honneur de voir de par votre présence rehausser un événement qui, pour la première fois de son édition, s'est passé certes pour une grande partie online, mais aussi sur site au ministère de l'Enseignement supérieur et de la Recherche scientifique algérien. Nous remercions Monsieur le ministre et le ministère pour son soutien constant à l'Institut panafricain des sciences de l'eau et de l'énergie. Donc, nous attendons que les jurys finissent leur délibération dans les prochaines secondes et la modératrice de l'événement prendra le relais pour appeler Monsieur le ministre de l'Enseignement supérieur et de la Recherche scientifique pour annoncer, après son discours, le gagnant de cette première édition du concours de l'innovation de l'Université panafricaine. Je vous remercie.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So we have first the results from our Zoom polling. And as you guys can see on your screens, there is a tie. This is how good and innovative the ideas are. People can't even choose. So that's fantastic. That's definitely not a good thing. So we have a tie between solid waste, health insurance, and I believe the second team is, wait, let me get the actual name. So the second team is Modern Mill. So there's a tie between the two teams. So we're going to, later on for vote, put in 3 teams then, and you guys will be able to vote from the 3 teams. But beforehand, I will invite the Algerian minister, for higher education. As you guys saw earlier on the screen, he will be saying a couple of words and then we will be talking. So I want to invite Professor Abdelbaki Bazain, which is the Algerian Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research. He has had over 33 years of experience in higher education in management sciences and 32 years of experience in management of higher education structures. So what better person to give us the first prize of the day. So like I said, we will be putting up the voting later on, but first let's move on to His Excellency Professor Abdelbaki Bazain, and we will be back.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السيد وزير الطاقة والمناجم، السيد وزير الانتقال الثقافي والطاقات المتجددة، السيد وزير الموارد المائية، السيدة المفوضة المكلفة بالتعليم والعلوم والتكنولوجيا والابتكار بالاتحاد الإفريقي، سعادة سفير ألمانيا لدى الاتحاد
Commissioner of Africa, Excellency,
السادة السفراء،
ambassadors,
سيد ممثل وزارة الشؤون
representative of the MAE of the Foreign Affairs in Nigeria,
البشرية والشباب والكفاءات بالبنك الإفريقي للتنمية،
representative of
السادة المشاركين في هذا الحفل،
African
التحضر المرئي،
Bank,
سيدات والسادة إدارات التعليم العالي والبحث العلمي، أعزائي الطلبة، السيدات والسادة
dear guests,
الإعلام،
dear representative of the press, and dear students.
ورحب بالسادة الوزراء الذين لبوا الدعوة للمشاركة في الفعاليات المستقبلة من المسابقة القارية لتحديد سعادة استضافة بلد الجزائر للمستقبلة من المسابقة القارية لتحديد الابتكار بجامعة علوم افريقيا من بان افريكان، كما أني سعيد بتجديد بلدي تعميم الأهلي لجامعة علوم افريقيا المشروع الرئيسي للاتحاد الافريقي. إن حضورنا اليوم في هذا الحفل هو شهادة قوية على الالتزام والاهتمام الذين تبليهم دولنا والاتحاد الافريقي لهذه المؤسسة الافريقية، والتي ظهرت بوجود سنة 2014 وهي نتيجة الإرادة السياسية المشتركة. وكنت تواجد اليوم معكم
مش يستاهل، ما تسمعش، ما عنديش باش نسمع ويطبق الكل.
الإقليمي والدولي، وخاصة بانفتاحها مع البلدان الإفريقية، مما يسمح بمرئية أكبر لباحثين وطلبتنا على المستوى الإفريقي والدولي. وبهذا السياق تأتي استضافة الجزائر عام 2014 بمعهد عموم إفريقيا للعلوم والماء والطاقة والتغير المناخي في جامعة أبو بكر القايد للإنسان كتحدي حقيقي للتعاون بنمط جديد بين الجزائر وألمانيا والاتحاد الإفريقي الذي يحمل معه أمالا كبيرة لأوطاننا التي تسعى لاكتساب تكنولوجيات حديثة في مجالات الماء والطاقة والتغير المناخي. إن هذا الأحد الذي يساهم في تنسيق التعليم العالي في إفريقيا وينشط البحث التدقيقي في مجالات المياه والطاقة والتغير المناخي، يسعى إلى المهمة إلى إحداث التوازن الاجتماعي والاقتصادي في الموارد المائية التي تشكل أحد التحديات الكبرى في القرن ال21. فمن أجل ذلك يجب علينا بفضل التكوين والبحث اكتساب وإتقان كيفية تسيير موارد المياه من منظور التنمية المستدامة والتحكم في قدرتها بقدر تحكمنا في وفرتها واحتمال استراتيجيات تمكننا من ضمان وفرة المياه الصالحة للشرب والزراعة والصناعة وكذلك السكانية كمورد بإمكانيات عالية للطاقة. سيدات والسادة، كما يسعدني التذكير في هذه المناسبة أن الجامعات الجزائرية قد استقبلت منذ الاستقلال إلى اليوم حوالي 60,000 طالب. تخصصات أخرى تخدم التنمية بعموم إفريقيا.
تعمل الجزائر في انتقالها إلى الاقتصاد المعرفة على تشجيع الابتكار والمقاولاتية، بحيث تضم مؤسسات التعليم العالي الجزائرية حاليا 78 دار للمقاولاتية و44 حاضنة تقوم بتحسيس الطلبة وتكوينهم ومرافقتهم وتشجيعهم على إنشاء مؤسسات ناشئة مبتكرة. ونعمل على تنظيم عدد من التظاهرات والمسابقات في المقاولاتية بصفة مستمرة على مستوى مختلف مناطق التراب الوطني لاكتشاف المبتكرين الشباب والموهبين ودعمهم في جعل مشروعهم الاقتصادي حقيقة واقعة وذو قيمة مضافة عالية لفائدة الاقتصاد الوطني والقاري. إن إنشاء منطقة للتبادل الحر في القارة الإفريقية ستتيح الفرصة للمؤسسات الناشئة الجزائرية والإفريقية المبتكرة للمساهمة في تفعيل الاقتصاد الإفريقي، ومن ثم تبادل المعارف والسلع. يهدف مشروع تحدي الابتكار بجامعة عموم إفريقيا إلى تشجيع الطلبة والخريجين من جميع معاهد جامعة عموم إفريقيا على تقديم أفكارهم المبتكرة، وبالتالي المساهمة في مواجهة التحديات الأكثر إلحاحاً في إفريقيا. نتمنى حظاً سعيداً للمتسابقين النهائيين الذين سيخرجون من هذه التظاهرة، والتي ستكون إفريقيا هي الفائز الأكبر فيها من خلال تكوين هؤلاء الطلبة المتفوقين. أشكر مدير معهد عموم إفريقيا للعلوم الماء والطاقة والتغير المناخي وفريقه العمل معه، ورئيس جامعة عموم إفريقيا بالنيابة، ومدير جميع معاهد جامعة عموم إفريقيا، وممثلي الاتحاد الإفريقي والحكومة الألمانية الشريك الموضوعاتي لمعهد عموم إفريقيا للعلوم الماء والطاقة والتغير المناخي، الذي هم على غرار الحكومة الجزائرية، يدعمون بقوة طلبتنا الأفارقة في مسارهم الأكاديمي والمهني والمقاولاتي. حظاً سعيداً للمتفوقين النهائيين. أشكركم على كرم الإصغاء، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. لعدم الشرف أن أقدم الجائزة الأولى للفريق المدعو بسوكول تيم 1 سوكول ميرانا أندريا غيسوا إدوسيل إيتاشي سيغان، وأتمنى لهم التوفيق ومزيد من التآلف.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. You've heard the distinguished guests, Your Excellencies. Our winner of today is our first team, So Cool. Congratulations to the team. Congratulations to the team members. We look forward to your innovations and to see really this on the ground. And so a huge, huge, huge congratulations. And of course, thank you, Your Excellency, for presenting it. As I said earlier, we did kind of miss our chance to do the voting for the audience, but I want to take it back now and give you guys the opportunity to vote. So as you guys saw, we have 3 teams instead of 2. There was a tie on the second poll. So I do want to mention their names and open the platform for you guys to be able to vote. So the 3 teams that you guys are going to be voting for, people on Zoom, more specifically, our audience on Zoom more specifically, is going to be Dishasili, that's our first team, and then we have Modern Mill and Solid Waste Health Insurance. So the audience vote is going to be between these 3 teams according to your selection, and then we will definitely be awarding any of the winners. So that's what we're going to be moving on to, and we're going to give you guys a couple of seconds to do that, as I also welcome my next speaker that's going to be giving of the awards. So while I do that, just to kind of summarize on everything that's been happening, you guys saw it, we had 8 teams today, 8 finalists. We have our first prize winner, which was so cool. You guys, I believe that you all got to see their ideas and some of their innovations so far. And the jury was also able to ask some of the questions that I believe was really quite helpful in giving us into an insight on really how this is going to look on the ground and going forward with the support that they will be getting today. So really, it's really an exciting day. As I said earlier, as part of the African Union's mantra, African solutions to African challenges. And that is something that we saw today. We saw some of the brightest minds with some of their uniquest ideas. And so this is really, really exciting. Like I said, we have opened up the voting poll. So our Zoom audience, please feel free to vote right now and make sure that your favorite team gets the opportunity to make their dreams come true. Go on voting. We just wanted to give you guys a little bit of time, and I will be moving on to the second speaker, which will be giving us our second place prize. But like I said, I just want to give you guys a second to vote. Think about who you want to vote for. It's very important. Like I said, everyone, all of the winners, apart from their prize money, will also be getting an incubation space. And so, of course, I have a speaker that will give you guys a better highlight on what that looks like. So until we get to that, vote. We're going to give you guys a couple of seconds. And then, like I said, I will introduce our next speaker and the person that's going to be giving us our second prize of the day. All right. Fantastic. So I believe we are ready. I am not going to be telling you any of the results. That is going to be done by another speaker. So I hope you guys are excited for that. I hope you guys put your votes in. I hope you had time to put your votes in and make it count. All right, so now for the second prize, we have a Dr. Keiko Take, which is the officer in charge of education and skills development division, human development department at the African Development Bank. So I'm going to call over the Dr. Keiko to say a few words and give our second prize winner their award. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, special guests and esteemed contestants, it is an honor to be with you today and to witness the first Pan African University Innovation Challenge, which is part of the African Development Bank's commitment to strengthen higher education and build human capital in Africa. We are all aware that despite the central role of university and research institutions in driving global innovation, Africa's higher education is not currently performing at the highest level globally. The best university in Africa is ranked at just 113th in the world. This is why we at the African Development Bank's work committed to support the Pan African University with $45 million to establish the world-class regional university to lead Africa in science, technology, and innovation. You are all here on this grand occasion to witness the fruits of this investment and what I believe is an exciting beginning of a dynamic and creative platform for Africa's future change makers. The PAU Innovation Challenge. The Innovation Challenge, which is a brainchild of the PAU Entrepreneurship Hub, was launched with the aim of enabling students to successfully address current technological and social challenges on the African continent. Please permit me, on behalf of the African Development Bank, to warmly congratulate all the 8 finalists here today for being the first set of the Pan African University Innovation Challenge. Your ideas have embodied your creativity, resilience, and resourcefulness throughout this highly competitive process, and today you have emerged as the top 8 applicants from a total of 69 team applications and 241 applicants. As such, you are all winners already. The current status of the world, disruption due to COVID-19 pandemic, and the global shock that we have all felt in the last year have further emphasized that innovation is the key to resilience, sustained growth in Africa. It is also a pointer to the fact that African youth will be the main drivers and generators of that growth. All ideas presented here today have filled me with hope that we are on the right path, and that indeed we are the ones we have been waiting for, and we have the talent, the ingenuity, and the grit to transform our commitment and the world. I want to encourage you today to remain focused on the goal, which is to be even more brave in implementing your idea. The journey does not end here, and it will require sustained efforts, agility, and discipline to ensure that your idea goes on to concrete benefit not only your local community, but your country, your continent, and the world at large. Finally, let me say that the bank is excited and deeply committed to continue to play a pivotal role in supporting the development of the Pan African University. We must not relent our efforts on actively shaping the fourth industrial revolution journey to benefit Africa, promoting a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship, making Africa a building hub for innovation for sustainable development and economic growth. The world is waiting to see what Africa has to offer, and Africa is ready to take the stage and put up a show. On that note, I would like to present the second place finalist as selected by the audience. Choice award is no other team. Team 3, Dishasili. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again, and congratulations to our second prize winner of this day, the Shasili Group. I believe they won the other poll also, so there's definitely a liking there. Congratulations. The future is bright, and we will be moving on, so congratulations again. So we do have, first we're gonna go into, I would like to call on rather, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call on the German ambassador to Ethiopia and the African Union, His Excellency Mr. Stefan Auer. And His Excellency has been an ambassador for over 4 years now and has extensive experience. And now in his recent posting here in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and as the ambassador to Ethiopia, as well as the African Union, we thank the ambassador for being here with us. And I will now give Mr. Ambassador, His Excellency, the space to give us a couple of words and also tell us a little bit about the incubation.
Happy to do it. Good afternoon. Your Excellency, Commissioner Akbord, Your Excellency, Professor Abdelbaki Benzain, Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research of Algeria, Dr. Keiko Takei and the AFDB team, Professor Kassabele, Acting Rector of the Pan African University, rectors of the host universities of the Pan African University Institutes, and directors of the PAU Institutes. And first and foremost, dear students and alumni of the Pan African University. As German ambassador at the African Union, let me thank all participants in this great event for their hard work, especially the students and alumni of the PAU Institutes and the 8 finalist teams. I'm impressed by the high number of participants in the competition, and even more so by the innovations which you, the graduates of the 4 PAU Institutes, have created. Dear students and alumni, you have worked on creative ideas in a number of areas, ranging from solar power and smart farming solutions in the fight against hunger and poverty, as well as inter-African trade. Congratulations to all of you, especially to the 8 finalist teams on getting this far. You're all shining examples of academic excellence on and for the African continent. Research and innovation are a cornerstone of economic and social development in Germany too. For instance, German students, researchers and engineers register about 300 to 400 patents with world market potential every year. Many success stories started in incubation centers embedded in German universities, just like the one PAU is going to set up with German support. Many of these innovations went on to become key factors in advancing German and European economy. Europe's neighbor, Africa, is already on the right path to benefit from such innovation potential as well, especially if it is led by enthusiastic students and alumni like you. Key for success will be more and stronger cooperation between universities, business partners, and startup centers. That is why Germany, in this case through GIZ, is heavily investing in skills development, youth employment, higher education, and gender balance in our cooperation with the African Union and member states of the African Union. We are proud to have supported the Pan African University for quite a while now, and we're even more proud to see the good results. The first PAU Innovation Challenge allowed PAU students and alumni to successfully address current technological and societal challenges on the African continent through innovation. Today's event marks a milestone in PAU's commitment to nurture, develop, and promote the entrepreneurial spirit in Africa. I would like to assure you of my great respect for the Pan African University, its institutes, and GIZ for having successfully carried out the innovation challenge throughout 2020, in spite of all the difficult challenges of the pandemic. I'm more than happy to announce that the German government, through GIZ, will be financing a 3-month incubation center for all awarded teams. These teams will benefit from business development programs and coaching opportunities to develop their business ideas further to be market ready. I wish all the participating teams the best of success, encouraged to continue developing your ideas and innovations for your own and your continent's prosperity. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, as you guys saw, every winner here will have a 3-month incubation at an incubator of their choice. So that is also something that we wanted to announce, something that's very exciting also. So thank you again. Now I believe we have one last prize, and that is the prize that's chosen by you, our viewers on Zoom. And to present this incredible prize, I would like to call out our last speaker of the day, and we will also be giving the prize, Her Excellency Professor Sarah Anyang Agbor, the African Union's Commissioner for Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation. Your Excellency, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Excellency, Your Excellency, Higher Education Minister and Scientific Research, a seasoned and visionary gentleman with a vision for higher education, science, technology, and innovation. Your Excellency, Energy, the Minister of Energy, Your Excellency. Oh, sorry. Technology indeed. Your Excellency, the Minister of Higher Education, moderator, I'm giving only this prize and not yet my speech, right?
No, you can continue on with your
Am I
speech if you
giving my
just wanted
speech, moderator?
to. Yes. You may give your speech too and then present the prize.
Okay, because I have something else. So we do it all together. Okay, thank you very much. You're going to have me here for a while. Your Excellency, the Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research, a seasoned and visionary gentleman in the field of education, science, technology, and innovation. Your Excellency, the Minister of Energy, Your Excellency, the Minister of Energy Transmission, and then Your Excellency, the Minister of Water Resources, Your Excellencies, Ambassador of Cameroon to Algeria, my brother, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of the Federal Democratic of Ethiopia, the Ambassador of Kenya, the Ambassador of Germany to African Union, the Ambassador of Nigeria, and the Acting Rector of the Pan African University, Professor Belai Kassar, the Director of International Cooperation, the Director of PAUS, Professor Zega Abdulatif, the distinguished, dynamic, charismatic innovators in the house, the jury members that has worked with us, distinguished virtual audience, our interpreters, and of course, the media. Welcome to the first ever Pan African University Innovation Challenge happening now in Algiers, Algeria. I will start by expressing my appreciation for the warm welcome my team and I have been granted since our arrival here. I am also very grateful for the special reception offered yesterday by the Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research, without forgetting Professor Saideni, the Director in charge of cooperation. Your Excellency, our discussions yesterday rejuvenated me and made me proud that a competent, dedicated, and visionary official is sitting as the Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research. And today we are talking about innovation. I would want to stop at this point to recognize the audience prize. And the audience prize goes to theme 3, Dish Asili. Lilies Katumbi, Alois Dushimimana. Congratulations for winning the audience prize. Excellencies, I will want to continue with my speech. Today's event was of paramount importance for me because we are celebrating entrepreneurship and innovation. And the chairperson of the African Union, His Excellency Dr. Musa Faki Mahamat, came up with a vision of 1 million by 2021 initiative with 4 E's. The E of education, the E of entrepreneurship, the E of employment, and the E of engagement. Today, we are celebrating the E of entrepreneurship, the E of engagement, as well as the E of education, as well as the E of employment. Because all these work together. These innovators we are celebrating today, we need to give them a rousing round of applause for the 8 teams. Please join me in congratulating them with a round of applause. Thank you very much. I want to speak to the other team members who did not win the first 3 teams. Do not give up because you are not in the first 3. The journey does not end here. As a representative of the African Development Bank stated in her speech, you must continue in your dream. So from So Cool to Dishalisi and all the other team members, we wish you the very best in your life endeavors. Sincere gratitude to GIZ, the AFDB, the University of Clemson, the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research for your support of this first ever, the Pan African Innovation Challenge, a brainchild of the Pan African University Entrepreneurship Hub, greatly sponsored by the German government. Thanks to Germany, GIZ, KfW for investing in entrepreneurship with the vision of domesticating African solutions to African challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this is an important occasion for me, and that is why we deemed it necessary to physically take active part despite the difficult context plagued by the COVID-19 pandemic. This is simply the proof, if need be, that throughout my tenure, I have always had a special liking for entrepreneurship, which is in fact one of the main keys of achieving Agenda 2063, the Africa we want. The Africa we want is that one with the vision of an integrated, prosperous, and peaceful Africa, driven by its own competent and skilled citizens, able to play in the global arena. How then can we play in the global arena if we don't create co-creation spaces and give room from young people with wisdom, with ingenuity to bring their innovation? And it's not just about bringing their innovation, but having the private sector, the government, working with them to make their ideas into finished product to get to the marketplace. And that is only when we can say African solutions to African challenges. The Pan African University Challenge therefore becomes one of the stepping stones for sustainable economic development and employability in Africa. The impact of entrepreneurship cannot be overemphasized. PAU students get entrepreneurial support in the various hubs, and their innovative projects contribute to the entire continent. We can only wish that through the entrepreneurial support, the different projects gain sustainability. The cooperation between the African Union and Algeria has ever been very cordial and fruitful. Hosting powers is just one of the examples. So I use this opportunity to extend our lasting gratitude to the government and people of Algeria for hosting the Pan African University for Water, Energy, and Climate Change, particularly because this university is unique and seems to be the best of the PAU University because the students here have free accommodation and free cafeteria meals. I also wish to hail the sustainability of the partnership with Germany, our key thematic partner for powers, as well as GIZ and AFDB. Congratulations to all stakeholders for the support and work done. As a matter of fact, the extraordinary achievements in the advancement of the Pan African University, a conception of the African head of states, are due to the strong involvement of all member states as well as support from our partners. As this edition of Innovation Challenge is coming to an end, I do encourage students not to relent efforts as we look forward towards innovative projects for the next edition. Through their projects, they do not just find African solutions to African challenges, but most importantly, they contribute to serve the goal of transforming Africa as envisaged by the African Union Agenda 2063. As my mandate is coming to an end, I am very happy and I'm very proud, Excellencies, for the partnership and collaboration that we have been able to achieve. And I have the honor to use this opportunity to install the first ever substantive director of the Pan African University for Water, Energy, and Climate Change in the person of Professor Abdelatif Zega. I will call on Professor Abdelatif Zega to come on stage, while also calling on the acting rector of the Pan African University, Professor Belai, to read his biography as I complete this installation. I am so honored, and I sincerely pray that you indulge me with just 5 minutes. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you, Excellency. Your Excellency, the Minister for Higher Education and Scientific Research. Your Excellency, Commissioner Sarah Anyang-Agbor, Commissioner for the African Union, Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation. Excellencies present here, ambassadors of member states, directors of the various ministries, all protocols observed. It's really gratifying for me to introduce Professor Abdelatif Zerga. When I was asked to be provided with his CV, I said, after having worked with him for more than 7 years, I don't need any note and I can speak off the cuff. So if I make any mistakes about his bio, you'll have to bear with me, but I have few words to say about Professor Abdelatif Zerga. Prof. Zerga is the founding director of the Pan African University Institute for Water and Energy Sciences, including climate change. He has his PhD in physics, more particularly in renewable energy. He joined the Pan African University with a lot of experience. He was employed by a private company in the United States of America, in France, and has also worked in other European countries. And of course, he was a professor at the University of Tlemcen. Prof. Zerga has a soft heart. He's very close to students. He's a very organized and meticulous, hardworking individual, multitasking and available 24/7, at times at the expense of his family life, because you can't imagine how taxing the work is. It's very demanding. He has to be there all the time. If it is not from the rectorate and the African Union, he has always, queries and questions and, requests from his students and the professors coming to teach his students. So the work is really very demanding, and he's been discharging his responsibilities up to standard. What I envy him about is also his multilingual skills, because he speaks Arabic, of course, that is his mother tongue, but he speaks English, French, and a little bit of, Spanish. So he's really excellent both in English and French, and that's very encouraging. Thank you. He has also impressive scientific productivity. He is an excellent team leader and player who leads by example. He has an excellent knowledge of the African higher education system and the AU's visions, missions, and roles. He has positive attitude and commitment to serve the continent. One other skill that he's known for is his excellent networking skills and exemplary relationship with government officials. We never had issues in Algeria because, he's working very closely with the government, and, he knows where to go to. And it's also gratifying to see that the government officials are always available, providing their support, sustained support actually, and everything is smooth. I have to admit that PAUS is the best managed institute and a model Pan-African University campus. This is mainly thanks to the generous and sustained support provided by the Algerian government. His role comes second to, the sustained and generous support we get from the Algerian government. So Prof. Zarga has first been working as an acting director, and then he was confirmed to his position as a substantive director on 16th of July 2020. So as this is a tradition in the African university systems, to install installation de directeur or inaugurate the director in a way to anoint him as the substantive director of the Pan African University Institute for Water and Energy Sciences. May I now kindly request the commissioner to officially install him as the substantive director of PAUs. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Belai Kassa, and thank you very much, Excellencies, for your patience. Today now, this Professor Zega is the last of the directors we're installing, because we did some installations last year when the borders were open and the Algerian borders was not open. And for me, it is a source of joy today to be able to install him as the substantive director and the first ever substantive director of the Pan African University for Water, Energy, and Climate Change. Excellencies, distinguished guests, staff and students of PAUs, ladies and gentlemen, on the honors conferred on me as a commissioner for human resources, for education, my name was changed from human resources to education this year. We used to be human resources, science and technology, but this year it became the Commissioner for Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation. I would like to install Professor Abdelatif Zega as the Substantive Director of PAUs since his recruitment in July 2020. You are the person being installed as the new leader of the campus, and more importantly, the state and future of the campus itself depends on you and the rector of the Pan African University. So you must be considered the academic leader as we help attract new white-collar jobs and companies here and give the right competencies and skills to our students. So congratulations, Professor Zega Abdelatif, as the director of the Pan African University for Water, Energy, and Climate Change. Thank you very much. Excellencies, merci beaucoup. Thank you very much for listening to us. Thank you. And to everybody, we have a virtual dinner. The first ever Pan African University Innovation
Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much. I also want to say congratulations. I'm sure you guys saw the whole streaming. And of course, I'd like to thank Her Excellency also. As you guys can see, we have all the winners. So I just want to do a little rundown of the winners. As you guys saw, our prize for the audience prize that we had was won by, of course, none other than Dishasili. So big congratulations to them. They also won second prize. And first prize was won by So Cool. So you heard Her Excellency really give us an insight into why this is so meaningful and where we are to go from here. So I do want to finalize the program because this is all we have for you guys, but I also have a couple of people that I would like to thank and take the time out. As I said, I'd really like to thank the German government and the African Development Bank for not just sponsoring, but being being together with this whole initiative. And also, I'd really like to sincerely thank all our jury members today that took the time here to be with us and help us vote on who was the best team. Our audience, thank you so much. This is the end of our program and a goodbye from me, but I hope everyone has a beautiful day. And thank you again for attending the Pan African University Innovation Challenge. I hope you all have a wonderful day.